Hey everyone, welcome to the 10x Your Success Story Online Summit, where 30 experts will share their skills, secrets, and shortcuts to help you achieve your most ambitious dreams. My name is Jeric, and I am your host. Our guest is a funnel copywriter and strategist, helping entrepreneurs and business owners turn their knowledge and expertise into profitable programs and courses. She has also launched a profitable FB group of 7,500 members that caters to Filipinos who want to jumpstart their online careers as VAs or virtual assistants. She has
Mhm.
created and launched multiple profitable online courses for freelancers. Let us welcome Samantha Justine. Hi Samantha.
Hi. Hello, guys. Hi, Jarek. Thanks for having me here. I'm so excited.
Yes, and thank you for hopping on a call with us and sharing your skills. You said, Samantha, that
Mm-hmm.
what helped you achieve all of the success that you now have is your skill on sales funnels and copywriting, right? How did
Mm-hmm.
you get started in learning this, and how did this help you achieve your level of success now?
Actually, I stumbled upon sales funnels and copywriting by accident because originally what I wanted to do is to create online courses for Filipinos to help freelancers also get started working online because I started as a freelancer and a virtual assistant back in 2008.
Yep.
So the more I got to make more money as a virtual assistant, a lot of people have been asking me how they can also get started working online. So it first started with me doing workshops, um, like face-to-face workshops with people, and it used to be in my city, Baguio City. And then I share it online, the people who have joined, the people who have succeeded with the program. And then as I started to do that, some people on Facebook who I didn't know were actually also inviting me to do the live workshop in their cities. So I was considering it, and I tried it once. I
Okay.
tried it a couple of times, but what I found out is it's more from what I was charging for the workshop. It costs more for me to do pick a venue for pay for the venue, for the food, for the materials that the people need to
Yeah.
join in order to attend the workshop. Plus, the time that I have to go through to spend doing the workshop, traveling to that specific destination, preparing all the materials, and pretty much it's very time consuming. So I try to find a way where I can reach out to more people as much as possible without having to sacrifice so much time and money just to share this information with everyone. So I started doing that with Facebook group. I started figuring out what they were looking for, what they wanted, and I launched my first program.
Mhm.
That failed. It didn't pan out. So as I was trying to figure out what can make me launch this program in a more effective way, and that's when I learned about sales funnels. So I read dot-com secrets and expert secrets and all of that. And as I learn funnels, I immediately realized that the funnels is just a system. What really persuades people to buy and persuades to join your program is copywriting. So I integrated copywriting with funnels, and that's how it got me started with selling my online courses. So um, I had my online course, a newbie to certified VA. That was a hit. I was able to make six figures in 2 weeks.
Mm.
I launched another program called the 30-day Catch a Client program,
Yeah.
made also six figures in 2 weeks as well. And then a friend of mine who wanted to launch his own program via my group. We tried to figure out a way how we can also get them engaged. So it was kind of like a live webinar type of situation, and we launched that, and it was also profitable as well. So as as people saw this online, not just the locals, um, and people started seeing my success with that, they started asking me for help with their own funnels, with their own copywriting, and it just started blowing up from there. So now I help people with their sales funnels and with their copywriting, and because I was able to launch my courses and my program successfully, they also wanted tips and advice for themselves, or basically they just wanted my help to build the entire funnel for them. So that's how it all went to this level.
All right. That's actually an
Mm-hmm.
interesting story because, not a lot of people set out to start with the course, right? Some of which
Yes.
would try to go on freelancing first and then think about creating a course, right? But
Mm-hmm.
as you've said, you wanted to serve the VA community, right?
Mm-hmm.
Want to be VAs, right? But
Yes.
out of curiosity, what advice
Sure.
can you give or tips maybe to those people who are watching us who are thinking
Mm-hmm.
about learning copywriting or want to know what copywriting is
Mm-hmm.
and how it can help them jumpstart their freelancing or business?
Actually, with me, I just started with reading books. So Dan Kennedy, of course, the reason that I got through all of this is Russell Brunson's books. Even it didn't necessarily involve copywriting, the basic or the core fundamentals that building a funnel is all about hook, story, and offer, and that in itself is copywriting. So if you want to get started with learning copywriting, reading the guys like Dan Kennedy, direct marketing, and even just starting with Russell Brunson stuff, with .com secrets or expert secrets, especially with expert secrets, because that's the tool that you need to get started with trying to sell something, right? And make sure that you knock down the false beliefs that people have, and then build them up with what you have to also offer to them. So I would just suggest start with that, because personally for me that's how I got started, and then eventually you'll get into cash advertising, um, Jay Abrams as well, and his books too. Why am I forgetting his books right now? So even the Ask Method by Ryan Levesque
Mm.
or Levesque, not sure how you really pronounce his name, but yeah, those are the things that helped me get started with copywriting. And then eventually, it really never stops. You still have to keep on learning, and the most important part is you have to keep on writing, because the main aspect of copywriting is writing in itself. So you can have all these ideas and strategies and formulas in how to create everything out, but if you don't put it on paper, you're not going to get anything down. So just write it down, even if it's just a rough draft, even if it's ugly in the first run, just write it down, then edit as you go along. So that's how I would suggest people get started with copywriting.
All right, that's actually a value packed already tip that you have given because a lot of people are stuck in reading and they don't do anything about
Mm,
it, right? So
yeah.
reading and then doing something about what you have just learned is a good advice. I mean, it's one of the best advice that you could ever give to someone. Right?
Mhm.
Now, you know,
Execution, really.
this helps me transition to the next question because
Mm-hmm.
with all the success that you now have, what other
Mm-hmm.
experiences in life are you looking to get, and how are you planning on achieving those?
Actually, for me, the reason I got started with working online is the first place is because of the freedom that it has gotten me. Like, I never really saw myself working for a corporation or a company, right?
Yeah.
So, um, the main goal for me is to have more freedom to do what I want to do, and I'm doing it right now, and to be able to do something that caters to my creativity and at the same time challenging for me. So all of those things I'm currently like doing right now. But the one thing that's missing at the moment for me is the freedom of time. Like the reason I got into this in the first place is for me to have more freedom of time. But as more people are coming to me, it's like I'm trying to cater to so many people. So now it's time for me to practice what I preach as well.
Yes.
So I'm also creating my own online program to help other people out there to start their own, how they can launch their courses successfully without having to spend so much time in their business. And at the same time, it would also serve what I want, to have more freedom of time to do the things that are important for me. So yeah, that's the growth part for me right now, is going back to the basics of how I got started, or going to my core why of all of this, and that is to get back the freedom of my time. So yes.
All right. Thank you for sharing with us what your vision of the future is and what your goals are. Right now, let's go to the meat and potatoes, because
Mm-hmm.
really this is the core of the interview. Let's say, hypothetically, knock on
Mm-hmm.
wood, that you suddenly lose everything
Mm-hmm.
you have. Your money, your business assets, your following, your list, um, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing that remains is your core skill, which is, mapping out sales funnel and writing copy. What
Mm-hmm.
3 steps are you going to do to regain everything back?
Mm-hmm. So here's what's interesting, because I know with a lot of people in my niche or in my industry would say, start building your list, start building an email list. Especially for a copywriter and sales funnel, it's important for you to have a list first.
Yeah.
But it's difficult to build a list if you don't do your market research, if you don't understand what your ideal clients or the people that you are targeting, what they want. So market research is definitely the first thing for me, to figure out what they want. um, what Ryan Levesque is always preaching, it's all about ask campaign, figuring out what they're struggling with, what's the number one thing that they need help with, what are the things that will make them feel that they have already achieved their the outcome that they want. So figuring out what my market wants, and then even just like joining through forums, through different platforms, to find out where my market is hanging out and figuring out what they want, and then eventually like building basically networking, right? Building a relationship with the people and networking with them by sharing tips and advice and strategies that will be helpful for them, because I have to start rebuilding my name again. And the reason I was able to grow my group as well is only is through sharing valuable information that they needed.
Yeah.
So that's the next step that I would be doing. And then after that, once they see that what I'm sharing with them is valuable because it's what they need, and I'm able to cater to their need because I did my research, then that's when I can start offering like, hey, I got a program for you that can help you to get you to the next level, to help you get the transformation and the results that you're looking for. So for me, it's really just to go back to my notes as well. So market research is the first part, knowing what they need, creating consistent content by networking with them, building relationships with them, sharing tips and strategies that they would need. And then, of course, once they know that I have the information that they're looking for, then I can start launching a program again based on what I have already done for them. So those are the 3 core things that I would be doing. Market research, definitely number 1, before I can start building a list.
Yeah. All right. So since we're talking about market research,
Mm-hmm.
do you have any strategy, or can you walk us through how you're going to, research your market? What is your step
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, so on and so forth?
Actually, with the things that I mentioned to you, especially with the Ask campaign, that's the number 1. Because usually when people do market research, it's just about like finding the age, the gender, demographic, whatever. For me, it's more on the creating the questions, smart questions that would cater to my target audience. For example, like right now, technically I'm rebuilding my branding because from the people that followed me before, they knew me for helping freelancers or virtual assistants, right? So now what I'm doing to build my branding and my reputation when it comes to sales funnels and copywriting, and specifically in the niche of online courses, I start going to groups, and I'm doing my market research by asking them specific questions that relates to what I want to offer to them. So, for example, what are your current struggles when it comes to creating online courses? If you're creating an online course, what industry are you involved in? What are your fears or things that stopping you or holding you back from creating online courses? Their problems about the vehicle. Again, this goes back to Russell Brunson stuff. If they don't know the vehicle, then I can address that. How they can, what tools they can use to help them build their own online course. Their external fears, like maybe I don't know how to get started. I don't know how to build a list. Then that's also something that I can offer to them. And then their internal fears and internal beliefs that I'm not an expert. Maybe people won't listen to me, or maybe this will fail. So that's something that I can also provide some sort of information that will break down that limiting belief. So these three things, these three questions, especially addressing their issues with their internal beliefs, their external beliefs, and the vehicle or the tool that they are having an issue with. Once I'm able to figure out what those problems are, then it would be easier for me to address them. So, I mean, I keep on talking about Russell Brunson, but he basically provided the shortcut on how you can figure out what your target market needs, and how you can approach them, how you can do your research so that what they want and what they need matches with what you have to offer to them. So that's how I have done it before, and that's how I'm currently doing it again to build my branding when it comes to sales funnels for online courses.
All right. Thank you for sharing with us your 3 steps. Again, let's just do a recap. Your step 1 would be
Sure.
to market research, know your audience, and not just their demographics, but also what's going on in their mind, their psychographics.
Yes.
And you mentioned using Russell Brunson's stuff, and then Ryan Levesque's stuff, right? Which is asking what their biggest problem is, and um, from there you could help them. And then step 2 would be create consistent content so that you could rebuild your name and rebuild your reputation, just like what you're doing right now, transitioning from helping people with VA stuff to now helping entrepreneurs build funnels and write copy, right? And then would be launching a program that would help, so that you could also leverage your efforts, right? You won't have to be their personal to just teach them and help them.
Yes, exactly.
All right, now let's go to the last question. It's like a Miss Universe type of question here in the summit. What do you want to contribute to the world, and how are you planning on, getting those?
I think for me, before when I got started, my advocacy was to help freelancers and Filipinos that I had working online, because assistant as a freelancer, you can actually get paid more, and you can get paid more working online, and there's more opportunity working online compared to the corporate world or the company. There's nothing wrong against that, but if you want this opportunity, then it's available. Right now, my advocacy, of course, as you transition, as you grow, you shift your views. So for me, my main advocacy right now is for that Filipinos to be recognized, not just as hard workers, because obviously we're hard workers. Like, there are freelancers that get paid for like $2, $3, $4 an hour, right?
Yeah.
We work hard. But more than that, I think for me, it's for Filipinos to be recognized that we're also at par, if not even better than some of the other countries that we are servicing, right? For example, the US, UK, Australia. So we're just when it comes to our talent and our expertise, we're just at the same level as they are. So I want Filipinos to be recognized not just as hard workers, but as talented, capable people as well, in the same industry, and we can go toe to toe with anyone. So right now, that's what I'm also trying to build for myself. So it's if I'm able to do it for myself and be recognized um, as an expert, not just in the Philippines but in other countries as well, then I believe it will be an opportunity for a lot of Filipinos as well. And I know there are a lot of them already who are better, definitely better than me, who are doing that. So it's just a matter of like adding a name to that list, and then hopefully the more we get to that level, the more we can actually make other Filipinos and freelancers realize that, hey, we can be better and we can be just as good as the other people we are helping out, the other countries we are helping out. So yeah, definitely that's my advocacy, to be recognized that we're just as good as anyone out there.
All right. Thank you for that wonderful answer, Samantha.
And world peace.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for pouring your heart out, because not a lot of people would actually dream about what you just said about helping people, helping other nation recognize us Filipinos, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, how can we follow you, Justin? And
Mm-hmm.
like, do you have a lead magnet or something, a free resource that we could consume?
Mm-hmm. So yeah, currently right now I'm creating an ebook to help people get started. So basically, no fluff, no BS, help you like know the basics of how you can create and launch your online course. So I know a lot of people, not just with Filipinos but with foreign clients as well, struggle with that. And I know there's a different strategy when you're just creating your course and when you're about to scale it. And I think people find it overwhelming because they combine both. They feel like they need to have a funnel, like a complicated funnel. They need to hire a copywriter, a webinar, even if it's just their first course. If it's their first course, it's an entire different strategy altogether. So I wanted to bring that to an ebook, and it's currently in the works. But I will definitely make an announcement on my Facebook pages and on Instagram once that's out. So you can follow me at facebook.com/Samantha Justine Official. You can also follow me on Instagram. My handle is at Samantha Justine Official. And I do have my website. Currently, one of our best funnel designers here in the Philippines is also helping me design my funnel. Because I know how to do funnels. I'm bad at designing. So I'm having someone else design it.
Yeah.
So SamanthaJustine.com, and that's currently in the works right now. And I'll definitely make an announcement once that's out.
All
So
right.
again, thank you so much, Sherry, for your time.
All right. Again, that's SamanthaJustine.com. We're going to paste a link at the bottom of the video. Thank you, Samantha, for jumping on a call and sharing with us, tips about copywriting and your knowledge. Have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Bye.
Bye-bye.